Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Muriel. This is As Told by Muriel. And I just decided to make a quick little video. I'm sitting in my car. I just got off from work working on an 11 p to 7 a.m. shift. Y'all know every now and then I'll go in for a night shift. And I took this night shift to replace some money that I had spent today. So I went and picked up this quick little night shift. It's a place like 15 minutes from my house. So I am home. I'm sitting in my driveway, and I was just came on here because I was thinking I was never the type of female, lady, woman, whatever, to listen to Oprah. Now, some of you, if you don't know, I am 44 years old. I was never the type of person that listened to Oprah. I never watched Oprah. I never watched Oprah. I never, it was never of interest in me. I think when Oprah was out, I was in my early teens and late 20s because she was on for so long. And I never watched an episode of hers. So last night while I was at work, I can't remember what podcast I started listening to. It wasn't a podcast. I was listening to somebody interviewing. You know how when you're on YouTube, it just rolls over to the next interview. And so it was Oprah at a school, and she was doing an interview with a student. I think she was at Stanford. And I was just listening, trying to, just stay awake because y'all know night shift is so and I was at a long-term care facility, y'all. It was so, oh my goodness. So I was listening and I was like, wow, Oprah is really, I don't know, was she talking like this when she had her talk show? I was like, Oprah is very inspirational. But a lot of things she was saying are things that I had already come to the conclusion about years ago. Let me tell you one thing about me. I don't know what it is about me, but I have a real nonchalant personality. I never really looked up to people. I'm not the type of person who thinks anybody was better than me. I don't fawn over celebrities. I do have one celebrity that I just say she is my homegirl. And if y'all know me, y'all know I am a Game of Thrones fanatic. And Emilia Clarke, that's my homegirl in my head. But other than that, I don't really fawn over celebrity stuff like that. So, Oprah was just Oprah to me. If I was to see Oprah walking on the street, I'd probably be like, oh, hey, Oprah, how you doing? And keep it moving. I'm not that type of person that be fawning over celebrities or anything like that. And it's just a lot of things she was talking about. I was like, well, I kind of came to that conclusion when I was young. These are things that I knew when I was young, but I didn't follow them. And so she was talking about everybody being on this earth for a purpose. And I never really thought people were put on this earth for a purpose. There may be something in, biblical that I'm not aware of, But I was discussing with my friend weeks ago, and I told my friend, everybody in this world has a gift. You just have to know what your gift is. Everybody has a gift in this world. And some people who do hair, I feel like people who know how to do hair, who really know how to do hair, they came out the womb knowing how to do hair. People who know how to build houses, they came out the womb knowing how to build houses. People who know how to fix cars, they came out the womb. Everybody has a gift. It's just you tapping into what your gift is. And your gift is if you want to utilize it. Let me put it like that. Because I know people who can do hair, who can have your hair looking bomb, who never went to school to do hair, but they just picked up on it just from watching other people practicing, but they don't like doing hair. Now, mind you, this could be their way, way out, put it like that. This could be their way up in life. But they just, like I said, they're, they just, people who have gifts, I feel like they are born with those gifts. They, might need a little bit of training or whatever, but they are born with certain gifts, and then, it's up to them if they want to utilize those gifts to, be successful. And so I always used to wonder, well, what is my gift? What is my gift. Like, there's nothing that there's nothing I think that I do exceptionally well. If y'all understand where I'm coming from. Like, there are a lot of things that I know how to do, but there's nothing that I know how to do exceptionally well that I could say is my gift. So I was thinking, well, while I was listening to Oprah, she was saying, she knew from a young age she was born to do what she was doing. She was born to do it. So I was like, what am I born to do? Like, what was I born to do? I have no idea, y'all. I still don't have no idea. Do y'all, listen to me? Do y'all know what y'all gift? Like, what was your gift growing up? And I say that because, I am a nurse, and over the years, I've taken my nursing career further. I was a CNA. I don't know how and why I became a CNA, y'all. I was a CNA. Well, I'm gonna put it like this. I am a nurse, but I don't think nursing is my gift. I think nursing nursing chose me. I didn't choose nursing. And let me tell you why I say this, y'all. Y'all might think this one. I really didn't choose nursing. When I became a CNA, I don't know why I became a CNA. I remember I was 17 years old. No, I might have been 18. I might have been 18 years old. I was going through this program, this JCPA program. It was called JCPA in the town. A little city I was living in, South Carolina. And I went to the unemployment office, and they were like, you could take, I think it was like 1 or 2 courses. And I didn't even know what a CNA was, y'all. I did not know what a CNA was. And I was like, I'll just do CNA. And so I went through let me tell you, I showed up to the CNA class 2 days. And this was back in the 90s. I showed up to the class 2 days. And on that second day, my instructor, I never forget, her name was Melanie Bowens. I think she was a bachelor's degree registered nurse. She was the instructor of the course. She said on our second day, I don't know if she let it out the bag. It had to be her because she was the instructor. She basically said, you don't have to take the course to become a CNA. You could just take the test, but the course is to get you prepared to become a CNA. And so me, I don't like going to school, y'all. Y'all may not believe, I don't like going to school. I don't like having to be made to learn anything. I want to learn things on my own. And so, y'all, I went to that course. That second day when she said it, I never went back to the class for the CNA. I never went back, y'all. I had my book. I studied my books. I studied the book. I paid for my test. I remember the test was only $25 back then. I paid for my test. I scheduled and paid for my test, and I drove to Charleston, South Carolina, and I took my CNA certification, and I passed, and I was a CNA. I went to school 2 days, y'all. The first day, she just introduced herself. We introduced ourselves to the other people in the class, whatever, and then the second day I went, she made that comment, she made that statement about you don't have to come to school, you can just take the boards or whatever. Y'all, that's what I did. I just took the boards. I didn't go to school for it. And so I worked as a CNA for about a year. And I'm the type of person, if I'm on a job, I'm going to do the work. I'm like, I'm here, I might as well do it. That's how I'm about school too. I'm here, so I might as well do the work. And I just was always, I was a smart person growing up. Not try to toot my own horn or whatever, but I was a very smart girl growing up. I caught on to things very quick. I was the type, I never really had to study for a test. I just take the test and pass it. I was just always, that's how I always was. I think that's my gift, y'all. I think some people are just gifted to be smart. I think that's my gift, to be honest. But anyway, so I went ahead, I just took and I passed it. I worked as a CNA for like a year, and I realized this was back in 1997, y'all. I was making $4.30 an hour as a CNA. Minimum wage, I think, was $4.30. I was making $4.30 an hour, but working at the gas station, I was making like $4.55 an hour. So I quit being a CNA and went to work at the gas station. Then I left the gas station to go work at Pizza Hut. At Pizza Hut, them people was paying, this was back then, them people was paying me like $5.75 an hour at Pizza Hut. And so I worked at Pizza Hut for a couple years, y'all. Y'all could have just called me Miss Pizza Hut, because my kids was eating pizza almost every day. I got to know a lot of people in the community, a good bit of people in the community. I was the dough girl, and I was the cook, and I became a shift manager. Like I moved up in the ranks at Pizza Hut. And then one day I was living in a low income apartment. It was one of the nicer low income apartments in the city I was living in. And my sister had moved to Beaufort, South Carolina, and she had enrolled in this school down there, this technical college. And she told me, she was like, girl, at this time, I had my CNA. But anyway, she was like, you need to come enroll in this school. And I had a little piece of car, y'all. So I went and I rolled in school. My excitement about enrolling in school was I wanted to be a nail technician, y'all. That's what I wanted to do, nails. I just fell in love with doing nails at that age. I think I was like 21. I wanted to do nails. So I went to sign up for the nail technician course, and the course, they told us we had to take the whole cosmetology course. Y'all already know me. I don't like school as it is. And so I was like, I'm not doing a whole cosmetology course. I don't want to do nobody hair. So anyway, I was looking through the little thing, and my sister had already told me, girl, you get money back. They give you financial aid, and you get low student loan, and you get the money back, and this and so that was enticing me. I was like, oh, okay. So I was looking through to see what the school offered, and I saw they offered nursing. Now, mind you, I was a CNA. I had worked with LPNs at the nursing home because that's where I was a CNA at. So I went. I didn't know anything about RN. I didn't know anything about any of that. All I knew was LPN. I just knew them LPNs gave medicine. I didn't know nothing else about being a nurse, because all I saw as a CNA, all I saw the nurses do was give medicine. So I was like, okay, well, let me do the LPN. This is why I say nursing chose me, y'all. I applied for the program, did all of that. Everything went through. I went to talk to an advisor that day. Y'all, guess who my advisor was in my LPN program? Y'all, my instructor from my CNA course from 2 to 3 years prior, she was my advisor at my LPN program. And I was kind of scared to talk to her because I thought she might have remembered me, because when I dropped out of the CNA course after the second day, I felt like I did something wrong. I was young, didn't know no better. Like, I felt like I did something wrong, and I was like, oh, I hope she don't remember me, and I dropped the course or whatever. And I can't remember if she remembered me or not. I remember her name was Miss Melanie Bowens, and she was my advisor, and she talked to me, and this, that, and the third. So I applied for the program. And so, y'all, I had to do my prereqs. So at that time, there were only 6 prereqs that had to be done for the LPN program. So I enrolled in school like that December. Me and my sister went and enrolled. In January, I was enrolled. I had already had 3 children by this time. And I had to do prerequisites. I had to take the course, the little test, the compass test that the college gave you to place you into your courses. So I had 6 prerequisites I had to take. So I did 4 prerequisites in one semester, y'all. And this how I set it up. Monday and Wednesday, because I was driving from a whole nother city. My school was an hour away from where I live. I went to school on Monday and Wednesday for my prereqs from January to May. I had to be in class by 8:30 until 12:45. I was in 2 classes, and then I think it was like 1:45 to 4 p.m. I was taking my other 2 classes. So in that first semester, I knocked out 4 classes. Okay, then the summer semester. By summer semester, I only had 2 more courses to take. I took those 2 prerequisites in the summer. Y'all, by that August, I was in the LPN program. By the next August, I was graduating. Okay. Didn't know how I passed that LPN program. I had no idea. I made some friends in the LPN program. We would carpool to clinical sites and stuff like that. It was just like things just aligned, because my car even broke down on me, y'all. When me and one of my classmates were coming from Beaufort, South Hilton Head, we had to do a clinical in Hilton Head. My car slow rolled back to the apartments where I was living. My car broke down on me, but I made it through, y'all. I did the LPN program in 1 year. And so I was content being an LPN. My first job was in the hospital. Like I said, I was young. I think I was like 22 when I got my LPN. My attitude didn't mesh well with those women in the hospital being an LPN. A lot of them were RNs. Not to say I was hating on them being an RN. I was never that LPN to talk bad about RNs. I was never one of them LPNs saying, oh, they doing the same work we doing. They getting paid. I was never one of those women. And I guess it's because I really didn't care about being a nurse. So if you got your RN, it didn't faze me. The only reason I didn't get along with the women at the hospital were because, for one, they were most of the nurses there, like 97% nurses there were white. Our cultures were just not the same. The way they were kind of, the way they spoke to each other and the way I spoke to them, it was just like, y'all know how it is when your cultures just clash. And, I was very, like I said, I was 22. I already had 3 kids. I wasn't, the way I was just a little different. And they were... just the way they were, like they say little slick stuff, and see, they say little slick stuff trying to be slick and funny and add humor to it, but I'll cut you out. Like, I catch on the little slick stuff, so I'll cut you out. And with LPNs at that time, we had, like, we can't do IV pushes, so if I would forget to mention to the RN, whoever the RN is at that time, who's over my half of the hall, I got this IV push drug and it's due at 9 o'clock, and I'm just say it's due at 12 p.m. and I'm just remember to tell them at 11 o'clock. They catch a little attitudes and stuff like that. I was like, let me get the hell up out of here, because I'm gonna beat one of their behinds. That's the type of girl I was. And so I went to the nursing home. And when I went to the nursing home, I was more in my comfort zone, because the LPNs really kind of ran everything in the nursing home. Like, we didn't really have to ask other people to do things for us. We was able to do everything. And so, anyway, to make a long story short, I was an LPN for 18 years, y'all. When I got my LPN, when I was in school for my LPN, is when I found out what RNs were. I never knew what RNs were. Like I said, I never had any interest in being a nurse, so I didn't care to find out what an RN was. And once we were graduating, our last day of class, the instructor said, how many of you are going forward for your RN? And it was like about 6 students who raised their hands. And we had a graduating class of 30, and it was like 6 students that raised their hand. And so, once I was in the hospital working, that's when I found out what an RN was. Like, I had no idea. But like I said, I went to the nursing home. I was feeling more at home. I didn't even realize that our DON was an RN. That's just how unaware I was of nursing roles and things. And so, but I did eventually tell myself, because once I became an LPN and I started working with people were going back to school and getting their RN. And it kind of motivated me to get my RN. I didn't even know what opportunities they would have had or whatever, but I knew I wanted to go back to the hospital. I just wasn't going to go as an LPN. So I did enroll back in school, y'all. I said before I turned 30, I was going to get my RN. I did re-enroll in school at the age of 29, but I dropped out, and y'all know how that goes. I finally ended up getting my RN at 40. I say all this to say, I still don't know what my gift is, what my purpose is. I just really don't know. I think right now I'm at the age where I'm just trying to prepare a future for my children, because I was an LPN, y'all. Like I told y'all in one video, I was that type of LPN. I barely wanted to go to work. Like, I just worked enough just to pay the bills. I wanted to spend time with my kids. I wanted to be able to be home with my kids. I wanted to be that mother to take her kids here or there. I was that type of mother. And so now now that I'm an RN, and I feel like right now I am finished with school. So this is my grind time. I'm trying to build things for my children now. Like, if I leave this earth, I don't want to leave this earth before I leave at least some acres of land and a couple homes for my children. Like, I want them to have at least that head start in life that I didn't have. I want my children to be able to not have to pay anybody any rent. I feel like just not paying rent on its own gives you a head up in life. I'm right now getting my children to where, because I got a son who's in college, and I got my daughter who graduated, who took some classes. She's in the music production and stuff. And I had to talk with her the other day, because she's 18, very, very smart, very smart. And so we were trying to think of a career for her. And we were talking and I was like, well, you ever thought about being a nurse? And she was like, oh no, I don't want to be no nurse. And I said, she was like, she don't want to clean people. I said, all nurses don't clean people. I said, you don't have to work in a nursing home or a hospital. And I was like, you can become a nurse just to finance the career that you want later. Like you can get your LPN, work at a doctor's office, at a clinic. You could do, and just use that to finance you for whatever it is you decide to do in life later. Because let's be honest, how many of us really knew at 18 what we wanted to do in life? I could say I'm 44 and I still don't know what I want to do. I got my BSN RN. I still don't know what I want to do. I really think that if I could jump from one career right now, leave nursing and jump into another career, if I knew what that other career would be, I would leave. I would not be a nurse anymore. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's the honest truth. I would not be a nurse anymore because I really don't think this is not my passion. I do the job and I do it well because I feel like you go to work, you do your job. This is not my passion at all. I appreciate it because it affords me a lifestyle, affords a lifestyle for my children. It's going to afford me to be able to get those things for my kids that I would want to leave. If I was to leave this earth, I would leave for my kids. And y'all know I have a son who is autistic. And he is he's independent, but he's very dependent. Like, he can do some things on his own, but you have to help him do a lot of things. And I want to leave him, I think in the terms of what if I leave this earth tomorrow, the next day, I want to leave it set up where his other brothers and sisters are financially able to take care of him if I leave this earth. I want them to, because they already know he's not going in no home. We're not doing that. So I'm trying to get them where they are to the point where they would be able to take over the care of him if something was to happen to me. That's really my focus. So yeah, y'all, I didn't make any 2020. My 2021 goals. Yeah, let me tell y'all, 2021 goals. Yeah, I accomplished a bachelor's degree. I did get that. My other goal was to pay my car off. Y'all, if I turn this camera around, y'all will see my truck sitting in my driveway. My truck has been sitting in my driveway because the motor went out on my truck, y'all. I paid it halfway down. I went into this year owing $16,000 on my truck. I only owe about $8,100 on my truck. The motor is blown. I took it to the Chevy dealership. They told me $9,000 for a new motor. I owe $8,000 on the car. You want me to pay $9,000 for a motor, y'all? So it is still sitting in the yard. It is broke. I'm still making my payments on it, but I'm not trying to pay it off anymore because the motor is gone. I had to rush and go get me another vehicle. I'm in my other vehicle right now. So I am right now, and at this moment, I am making 2 car payments. So that goal just shot straight to hell. Losing weight, y'all. I think this year I lost a total of like 15 pounds, y'all. The year went by fast. I stuck with it for about 3 months, y'all. And after that, it was a wrap. So yeah, that's my 2021 goals. I did accomplish the bachelor's degree, so I guess that's a good thing. The car wasn't really my fault. I probably would have been able to pay that down from $16,000 to at least about $5,000 by the end of this year. Because I did have to put a decent down payment on what I have now, but the motor went out. Y'all, when motors start costing $9,000, I was prepared to pay like $5,000-$6,000 to get my motor fixed. Cause I thought that's what motors cost, and I took it to a Chevy dealership. I was like, okay, I can put $5,000-$6,000 to get the motor fixed and be all right. Y'all, that man said $9,000. I just could not wrap my head around paying $9,000 for a motor and owing $8,000 on the car. I just couldn't do it. So my plan now is I'm trying to pay the car down. Enough so I get it low enough to where I can just sell it. Where I got my car from, the guy was like, if your body is good, the body style is good, there's somebody who's looking for that body style to drop a motor that they got in they got into that vehicle. And the funny thing is, my son had called an Uber one day, and he said that a Lyft, and he said the Lyft driver asked about the car, and he told him that the car wasn't working. And the Lyft driver told him, "I'll give y'all $4,000 right now for that car." See, that's the type of person I'm gonna be looking for. When I finish paying that truck down a little bit, I'm gonna try to sell it, because I don't want it on my credit, y'all. I don't want no repo on my credit, y'all. I worked too hard to get my credit straight. I can't take no repo. And then I didn't want no brand new car. So like when I went to go get another vehicle after that one broke down, they were going to take that one as a trade-in, but they was trying to put me in a damn brand new vehicle. I'm like, I don't want no brand new vehicle. I don't want that. I don't want that. And you know, they're not going to take that as a trade-in for no like 12 or 13,000. Like they not gonna take that as a trade-in and put me in for no like that no $12,000 vehicle. So I had to leave that $500 payment they was trying to give me alone, and I just went and got me a little vehicle, a little something to get around. It's doing the job. Yeah, it's doing what it's supposed to do, and so that's where I am with those goals. Yeah, but anywho, that was all I'm talking about. But like I was saying, I think everybody is born with a gift. I just don't know what my gift is, y'all. Do we all know what our gifts are before we leave this earth? Like, I have no idea what my gift is. I have no idea. And I was trying to think, is there anything that you are passionate about? I think the only thing that I really am passionate about is teaching other women. All I really know is nursing. I want to teach other women how to, if you got to use nursing to just get you out of that low income apartment, get you out of those payday loans, get you out of like nursing. And I hate to say it like this because I don't want you to go into nursing if you're not going to do the work. I see nursing as a job, like I saw Pizza Hut, like I saw the BP station when I worked there. I'm there, I might as well do the work. It's a lot more serious with nursing because you are dealing with people live. But wherever I work, I felt like I'm here, I might as well do the job. I have compassion for people. I've always had compassion for people before I even became a nurse, preferably the elderly and children. I've always had compassion, so becoming a nurse, that was never an issue. I always had compassion, but when I go to work, I be like, it's a job. It's a job. It's a job that I would trade in for an equally paying job. It's a job to me. But like I told my daughter, use nursing to finance your other passion, like whatever else you want to do, but you have to do something to be financially stable, to be self-sufficient. You need to do something because you're 18 now. Before you know it, you'll be 25. Like, that's how fast it goes by. And before you know it, you'll be 39. And before you know it, you'll be 45. I'm 44. I am closer to the end of my life than I am to the beginning of my life. I want my kids to go ahead and get themselves where they can be self-sufficient. I think I've spoiled my kids. They depend on me for so much, but I want them to get to where they're self-sufficient. And so yeah, guys, this is a quick video I made. If any of y'all going through like what I'm going through, sometimes I feel like I'm too old to be going through this. Like, I'm 44, I should have it together. And you know, it appears to the world like I got it together because I got my RN license, I bought my home, I fixed my credit, I got my bachelor's degree. But to me, I still don't feel like I found my gift. Do y'all think y'all have found y'all's? Yeah. If you like this video, if I didn't confuse you too much, please hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Yeah, let me know, y'all. Maybe this is just me. Maybe I'm just going through something, but this is what listening to Oprah will do to you. I better stop listening to Oprah. Oprah got me a little too deep, 8 o'clock in the morning, just getting off work, not sleeping all night. So anyway, I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.